Welcome to Science Excellence. Today our topic is quadratic simultaneous equations, and the first question is solve the following simultaneous equations. And the equation number 1 is x square plus y square equals to 10, and the second equation is x equals to y minus 4. So the first equation is a quadratic equation and the second one is the linear one. And in the second equation we can see x is subject in terms of y, so we can sub the value of x over here, then we'll have the quadratic equation in terms of y, and then we can solve that quadratic equation to get the values of the roots of y. Then we can sub that values of y into the equation number 2 over here to get the values of x. And so the first equation is x square plus y square equals to 10, and the second equation is x equals to y minus 4, so we can replace our x with y minus 4, so it will be y minus 4 square plus y square equals to 10. So y minus 4 whole square can be written as y minus 4 times by y minus 4 plus y square equals to 10. So y times y will be a y square, y times minus 4 is minus 4y, minus 4 times by y is minus 4y, and minus 4 times by minus 4 will be a positive 16 plus y square equals to 10. Now we have to solve the like terms together. So y square plus y square will be a 2y square, minus 4y and minus 4y will be a minus 8y plus 16 as it is, and if you take 10 to the left hand side of the equal, it will be minus 10 and is equals to 0. Now it can be written as 2y square minus 8y plus 16 minus 10 will be positive 6, which is equals to 0. Now we can see this equation is divisible by 2, so we can divide by 2 to the whole equation, and we're left with y square minus 4y plus 3 equals to 0. Now we can we have to find the factors of this equation, and we can use the factorization method for this quadratic equation. And what is the factorization method? We need to look for the two numbers and their product should be equals to 3. That means if you multiply the numbers, that should be equals to this 3, and if we add or take away the numbers, that should be equals to minus 4. So the numbers should be 3 and 1, because 3 is the prime number, so 3 times 1 is 3, and if you consider minus 3 times by minus 1, again we will have 3. So that means if we multiply the numbers, we should have 3. That is fine. So if we add them, 3 minus 1 will be a minus 4. So these two should be the correct pair of numbers. So the root should be y minus 3 times by y minus 1 equals to 0. Now we have product of two factors equals to 0. That means either y minus 3 equals to 0 or y minus 1 equals to 0. So that means either y equals 3 or y equals to 1. So we have two values of y equals to 3 or y equals to 1. So from equation number 2, when y equals to 3, so if you solve the y equals to 3 over here into the equation number 2, if you replace this value of y with 3, so x will be 3 minus 4, which is minus 1. And when y equals to 1, so we can put the value of y over 1 over here, so x will be 1 minus 4, which is minus 3. So our solution should be, when x is minus 1, y is 3, so minus 1 and 3, and x is minus 3, y is 1, so minus 3 and 1. Now our solution is done, but if we want to check that either the solutions are correct or not, so this is the extra working out, it's not part of the solution, but if we want to check either the solution is right or not, so we can sub the value of x and y into one of the given equation Let's say we consider this quadratic equation x square plus y square equals to 10. So if we use this pair, when x is minus 1, y is 3, minus 1 square plus 3 square equals to 10. So 1 minus 1 square is 1 and 3 square is 9. So that means 10 equals to 10. So this means this is correct. So similarly we can verify this one as well. When x is minus 3 and y is 1, we can sub over here, we get again 9, so 9 we will get again 10, so 10 equals to 10. That means the solution is right as well. So let's move towards the next question. Question number 2, again we have a one quadratic equation and the other linear equation. But the linear equation, in the linear equation now the y is subject in terms of x, so we can sub the value of y over here to get the quadratic equation in terms of x. Then we can solve that quadratic equation to get the values of x. Then we need to sub the values of x back over here to get the values of y. So the quadratic equation is x square plus y square equals to 18. So the value of y is x minus 2, so we can replace this y with x minus 2 whole square equals to 18. So x square plus if we expand this one can be written as x minus 2 times by x minus 2, which is equals to 18. So x square plus x times x will be x square, x times minus 2 will be minus 2x, minus 2 times x is minus 2x, minus 2 times by minus 2 is positive 4 equals to 18. So it will be x square plus x square is 2x square, minus 2x is minus 4x plus 4. If you take 18 to the left hand side, it will be a minus 18 equals to 0. So it will be now 2x square minus 4x plus 4 minus 18 will be minus 14 equals to 0. Again this equation is divisible by 2, so we can divide by 2 throughout. We're left with x square minus 2x minus 7 equals to 0. Now again we need to look for the pair of numbers, and their product should be, if you multiply the numbers, it should be minus 7, and add or take away should be minus 2. So it's not easy to do to get the factors by using the factorization method. So what we can do, we can use the quadratic formula. If you compare this equation, this particular quadratic equation, with the standard form of the quadratic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c. So the coefficient of x square over here in the question is 1, so the coefficient of x square in the standard form is a, so the value of a is 1 and the value of b is minus 2, the coefficient of x, and the c is minus 7. Now x equals to the quadratic formula minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac, and we need to divide this by 2a. So we need to sub the values of a, b, c over here. B is minus 2, so minus 2 times by minus 2, minus times by minus 2 is plus, minus 2 square minus 4, a is 1 and c is minus 7, and now 2 times a is 1. Minus 2 times by minus 2 will be positive 2 plus minus a root of minus 2 square is 4, minus times minus is positive, 7 times 4 is 28 over 2. Now 2 minus root of 32 divided by 2. 4 plus 28 is 32. Now we can check the prime factors of 32. So if 32 is divisible by 2, and we left with 16, divided by 2 is 8, divided by 2 is 4, and again divide by 2, we will have 2, then divide by 2 again, we left with 1. This 1 2 3 4 5, so that means 2 power 5. And if we split into 2 powers, 2 power 5 can be written as 2 times 2 power 4, and it's 32 root, that means 2 power 5 square root, and it's 2 power 4, and the square root means power 1 by 2. So when you apply power 1 by 2, so 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 2 power 2 we can take out, which is 2 power 2 divided root 2. So 2 power 2 means 4, so we can write this as 4 root 2. So 32 can be written as 4 root 2 divided by 2. Now we can take 2 out as a factor out, and we're left with 1 plus minus 2 root 2 divided by 2. Now this 2 will cancel out with that 2, and we're left with 1 plus minus 2 root 2. These are the values of x. Okay, so let's copy this, and now we need to sub these values of x into the equation number 2 over here to get the values of y. Okay, so these are the values of x, and the equation number 2 is y equals to x minus 2, y equals to x minus 2, so it's the equation number 2. And when x equals to 1 plus 2 root 2, so we can sub this value over here, so y will be 1 plus 2 root 2, this is the value of x, and minus 2 as it is. So minus 2 plus 1 will be a minus 1, so it will be 2 root 2 minus 1, which is the value of y when x is this one, 1 plus 2 root 2, y is 2 root 2 minus 1, and when x is 1 minus 2 root 2, so again we need to solve the value of x over here, so y will be 1 minus 2 root 2 and minus 2, so again it will be 1 minus 2 will be a minus 1, so minus 1 minus 2 root 2, this is the second value of y. So when x is this, y is that one. So when x is this one, 1 minus 2 root 2, y is this one. So these are the solutions of the simultaneous quadratic equations, the simultaneous equations. The one is quadratic and the other is linear. So that's it for today. You can try this question by your own, and you can check the solutions by substituting your values of x and by back into one of the equation, and it should satisfy the equation. And you can try the equation question number 3 by your own. Thank you for watching. 2 मिनट चुप नहीं करा सकती तुम?